Hello and welcome, blessed people all over the world. This one happening in London right now. Presidential election. Group protest in London alleges fraud, voters intimidation. Wow, it has happened again. Protests all over the world. As it stands now in London, a coalition of groups advocating for democracy in Africa has taken to the street of London to protest against alleged electoral fraud and voters suppression during the February presidential election in Nigeria. My fellow country people, you see this election that took place last time, we can never stop talking about it. We will continue to push, we will continue to talk about it until the wrongs turn to right. Of course, well, the matter has been in court, as we all know, and as it stands now, the group reminded the UK government of the €5 million it spent during the Nigerian election, urging to ensure that the right thing were done. The protesters alleged that there was voters suppression and intimidation during the presidential election. It was very crystal to the blind, and everybody knows about this. Criticizing the Nigerian government for doing this, for showing less attention to the security of the voters as political talks harassed and intimidated them. Speaking at Trafalgar Square in London, Michael Ngobai, founder of the Good Governance Institute known as the GGI, who led the protest, said that if Nigeria, with over 200 million people, faced a crisis, the entire world would be affected. He meanwhile called on the international community to get involved and avoid a looming crisis over the outcome of the 2023 presidential election, which is, some said, was fraudulent following some irregularities. My fellow country people, you see, we are tired of this kind of thing. And that is why we must keep talking about it. Even in the United Kingdom, people are sleepless. People are having sleepless nights. People are pushing. People are really being affected. It is something that we cannot easily just kind of wave it off. No. All right, the founder further stated this as it is, as he said, that the people that determine who led them, not a few individuals. What we are saying is that the people's votes must count. We must protect the rights of the people to choose their leaders. We cannot hand it over to few individuals. Could it be in that the white don't want us, we intelligent people who are smart and intelligent, to rule Nigeria? What is really happening? Ngobai criticized the British government for spending over €5 million, $5 million, wow, of taxpayers' money in Nigeria, and turning a blind eye to what he called a fictitious election. This is so great, and it is unspeakable. He meanwhile added, saying that the foreign security, or the secretary, I beg your pardon, has no business congratulating anyone in this election until the entire process is concluded. Doing this amounts to taking side. Of course, Ngobai said that Nigerians' democracy must, he said, be saved, and the Nigerian government has a duty to protect all Nigerians to ensure that their vote counts. How will your vote count? Right, as I speak to you today, being Saturday, election primaries, supplementary election, I beg your pardon, was held in Anambra, and few people just came out talking about that we are to go to our various businesses because politics is for politicians, government is for politicians, and people, the masses who are subjected to poverty caused by bad economy and some other things that Nigerians are facing. They are busy doing their normal businesses because they feel bad. They felt that their vote do not count anymore. Nnamdi Kanu said it earlier, and people were taking it as a joke. The criticism is too high. Well, the founder also criticized the government for looking another way while political thoughts took over the street of the country during the February 23 election. My fellow country people, Ngobai further called on the international community to hold the to hold the Independent National Electoral Commission, known as INEC, accountable by asking them to follow their laid down guidelines. It's not surprising that people that lay the rules for victim, they break the rules. Well, my fellow country people, what more are we going to say? Please go to United Kingdom, go to the next nation too, and America to protest. And after, you can go to China and Russia. Nothing will happen. And your eyes that you cannot be Nigerian president. Okay, my fellow country people, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of people living outside Nigeria, people all over the world, youths are really saying their mind. What is right? Please let us, that Labour Party, who does not have party agents in most of the polling, both in the north, should be declared the winner of the election won by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let us have our peace. Election in this part of the world are not won on social media platform. Alright, that is the essence of the protest. As it stands now, people are really saying their mind. Nothing past God. Nigerians can never stand another 4 years of APC nightmare. And that has been my prayer. As long as this news is concerned, it's so serious. All Nigerians that are not in government will suffer from a lot of atrocities this time around. People are talking about, I'm afraid of visiting Nigeria because that place is no-go area. And people are saying, well, it is time for a new Nigeria. And majority in politicians, our so-called leaders are submerging us into poverty and insecurity. And that is what people in diaspora are agitating for. While social media supporters have done a lot of things to Peter Obi, and it is high time you come out in mass, just as the London-based Nigerians are pushing. Yes, but I don't know why we are not being allowed to do the same here. Peter Obi said we should calm down. For how long? Alright, my fellow Nigerians, without wasting much of your time, it is your boy in this channel, Blessed Be Word, and a lot of Nigerians are really saying protesting in London is a waste of time. Why did you not come home and participate in the process? Okay, other parties contend or concerned in the election are already in court and they are waiting for the process to be concluded. What then do these refugees want? Well, the truth has been that they want justice. They all want to remind the INEC as well as the court to do the needful by passing the judicial processes for the British government to recognize Nigeria. What is the essence of this protest? Well, remember that everyone is up to his or her own opinion. Some of these people who are in diaspora, some people call them, they are just blessed that they shouldn't have come up in mass to protest, having left home for a very long time, have lost touch with reality. They are only working for the peanut given to them by politicians who are finding it very difficult to face the reality of their electoral defeat. If they truly love Nigeria, they should come back home to be part of the change they desire and stop embarrassing themselves in the foreign land. Wow. Alright, my fellow country people, what more are we going to say? A lot of Nigerians already has a bad image before the international communities that will take somebody with credibility to reposition Nigeria. Okay, it cannot be a questionable character with drug trafficking, corruption, and so many other things. Alright, thank you very much. It takes someone of high credibility, someone with somebody with credibility to reposition Nigeria, somebody who is selfless. Bible call it the selfless and the spotless lamb that to be used to secure or to save this country. What more are we going to say? Well, let me have your take on this matter because so many talk. Talk your own right at the comment section. Remember to subscribe. Please support us. Thanks and God bless.